Okay, in this video, we're going to be talking about how you can add items to the database. Okay, first off, we created this feature because we want to give you control. Okay, sometimes there might be a couple of different reasons why an item may not be found on the in the XO database, and so we want to give you control to add that item. Some reasons may be, for one, it might be a specialty item that you have, and you want to get it into your dashboard and onto your website. So we give you that ability to be able to add that item in there. Second, they might be discontinued items from the vendor. Okay, so we want to, again, give you that ability to kind of push out those discontinued items and to add them on there. Third reason could be that the vendor just simply didn't provide us that item number, but maybe they allow you to sell that specific product. So then there you can add this item into the database. So those are a couple of reasons, but again, we want to give you the ability to add items to the database and onto your website. So to do that, we logged in here. We're at our dashboard. We're going to go to Admin. We're going to go to Catalog and Pricing, and then over to Item Edit. And then we have our Add Items to the Database right here. Go ahead and select that. And then we have the information here. We have your vendor information, item number, item name, your cost, and the price, what you want to sell the item at. Okay? So if you want to add an item to an existing vendor that you already have, if you click on this drop down here, you'll see vendors that are already added to your account. Okay, so if you're going to add an item to an existing vendor, that item will simply go into that vendor. Now, if you are going to be adding an item that does not belong to one of these vendors, okay, you'll see a prompt up here at the top of the screen in red. That's going to say that this item will be added to, and then in quotation marks, it'll say your showroom, or meaning your business name, like Splendid Light Company. So then that'll kind of distinguish it. So if you're not adding items to a vendor that already exists, then what the system is going to do is going to add that item to Splendid Light Company, or whatever the name is. So when you go to your vendor list and you want to look at the items for that vendor, if you pull up your showroom, it'll show all the items that you have added. It'll be under that. Okay, so let's say that we want to add an item for Golden, okay, and we want to add item number 98765, okay, and then item name, let's say we want to do special item, SPECIA, special item, okay, and let's say special item number 1, okay. Then we want to give it our cost. Okay, or our cost of goods sold here. So let's say it's $10 and our price is $100. Okay, so we've got our vendor information, item number, our item name, give it whatever name you want, your cost and your price. Let's go ahead and hit Save Item. And then it brings us to the Expert Edit page. Okay, so there's a whole video on how Expert Edit works. Okay, so I'm just going to go over the basics here. So you have the ability to upload an image for this item. Okay, so if you click on Upload Image, then what it's going to do is it's going to take you to your files. Okay, I'm going to come here, I brought it to my desktop, and I have saved it as a sample image.jpg. So wherever you saved it, this is where you're going to find it. Okay, click on that, hit Open, and it's uploading here, and you can give it a name. Okay. All right, so I just gave it sample image here. Now, when you put your mouse on there, if you see in the bottom left below upload image, you can see the image. Then it goes away, then you can see it there. Okay, so if you want the image to be there, make sure you select the radio button for default. Okay, now don't get nervous if you click on the radio button and then the picture goes away. Okay, that's just kind of how the system works. Okay, but we do have the item in there. Okay, so up here at the top we have some different options. Okay, we have our basic. Okay, so you can give it the item name, description, base item number if you wanted to change that. That was the item number that we gave it, or assign it to a family. Okay. Then we have pricing. We have our cost. If you want to change it here, you can change the cost here as well. Give it one of these pricing policies if you wanted to. Different accessories, assign it some dimensions. You have your sorts, okay? Where do you want this product to be, okay? Do you want it to show up under chandeliers or down chandeliers, okay? So these are all of your available sorts, okay? And you can toss that over there, okay? So now I've assigned it to that category, okay? Availability, this is where you can send it in and we'll take a look at it for approval, but it won't be reflected here. So you can fill out that information. We'll get back to you on that. And then other, you can add in a UPC code if you'd like, and then it'll give you the uploaded files. Okay, so we've added an item in here. So let's go ahead and click on Submit. Okay, well, before I do that, it says the catalog may not immediately reflect changes due to transaction delay. Okay, so when you are adding an item, don't be alarmed if it doesn't show up right away once you've added it. It can take up to an hour for that item to appear in the database. Okay, so just be a little bit patient when you're adding that in there. Okay, so you go ahead and hit Submit, and we've added that in there. Okay, so this is one area where you can go to add the item to a database. Okay, so let's say that I want to add the item when I'm creating a wish list. Okay, so I can click here and let's go chandeliers. This pulls up here for us. So again, what I'm doing here is I've added the item to the database right here, but when I'm creating an estimate, I can add that item from the database. So I'm just going to do a quick wish list here so we can see that once it pulls up. Perfect. So now let's save this to our wish list. And let's hit save. All right, so when you are at a wish list, okay, so you can look up the wish list number here. You can simply search that. And then this is where if you wanted to add an item that isn't in the database, you can select it here as well, okay? And then this prompt will give you a prompt there as well, okay? That's where you can add that item in there. So now it brings you down if you wanted to add an item to the database from this wish list, it'll take you basically to that page. You'll get vendor, your item number, your name, okay, basically what we went through, okay. It'll actually give you a room if you wanted to do that there. You can select the quantity, okay. So that's another area where you can go to add an item to a wish list, okay. So hope you've enjoyed this video on how to add items to a wish list. If you have any concerns, contact our client services team and we can walk you through it, and hope you have a great day.